how Kismet for women looks, identical to Kismet for men. An ozonic thing, a greenish like scent bubble, fresh cucumber. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cecilia, but I go by the name CeeChronicles on all my social media platforms. Now, if you're here for the first time, my content on this channel consists of mostly fragrance reviews, but I do throw in lifestyle content, vlogs, fashion, that sort of thing. If that sounds like something that's up your alley, guys, please do consider subscribing. I would appreciate you becoming part of the family. And to those who are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. We have a comparison video. I'm here to talk about Kismet for Men by Maison Alhambra, as well as Kismet for Women by Maison Alhambra. I thought to bring these fragrances side by side, not that they are similar, but because this is going to be beneficial to somebody who's at home trying to think which one is for them, if you know what I mean. And I have done extensive reviews for both, individual reviews. So if there's something that I omit in this video, do make sure to go to the original video dedicated to just one where I get into detail. I'm just going to show you this box because this is what I have for Kismet for Women. It's in a white box. Kismet for Men is in a black box. They all come in this kind of presentation where the fragrance then sits in there. So this is how Kismet for Women looks. This is the bottle for Kismet for Women, and it's identical to Kismet for Men, except for the fact that the men's one has a black sticker there, and it does of course say it's for men. I'm going to talk about Kismet for Men here first. And this is the atomizer for those who are interested in how it sprays. This fragrance to me gives me unisex vibes, kind of leaning feminine as well. I get a light, fresh, spicy, citrusy scent here. I get an aquatic accord here, slight touch of woods. I also get like a spiciness here. It also has like an ozonic thing, kind of a feel of like fresh cucumber, if you know what I mean. It might not have plum, but I just get plum. For some reason, I get plum. And very intimate saffron, is soft vanilla as well, making sure that this one does not cross over to syrupy sweet. Yes, this scent profile can be worn by men, absolutely, but it just has a gentle nature to it, which is what I like about this. It also has like a peppery, spicy feel here. And if you watched my full review of Kismet for Men, I did say that it does share a lot of similarities with the YSL Tuxedo or the Roche's Moustache. And I also dedicated a video comparing this one to Marc Jacobs Decadence, because I get a little bit of a feel of what I get from Marc Jacobs Decadence, but not as cloying as Marc Jacobs Decadence. So it is one scent profile that has that kind of DNA. Okay, so I know I've spoken about 3 fragrances from 3 different companies, but I'm just giving you a mental shortcut just to make it easier for you. In case you've smelled one of those, then you can make a decision on whether you would like to smell Kismet for Men. So yeah, basically that is what I have to say about Kismet for Men. At the end of the video, I will obviously tell you my thoughts about both fragrances. But let's move over to Kismet for Women. So I'm going to spray this one on this tester paper. The atomizer kind of sprays the same, which yeah, it does have like a similar spraying atomizer as Kismet for Men. It does have a green nature to it. So already I'm in a greenish like scent bubble, powdery white florals. That is what I get there. However, it does open up with like a waxy, almost fizzy apricot. And this apricot will hold on from start to finish amidst these florals. The presentation itself is very subtle. I get a very gentle fragrance. So this is not going to be one that is going to be favored by people who like bold florals. I get light florals to an extent that if you don't like florals, you will probably be able to do this. I get a lemony feel as well here, you know, as though there is like a rose that is lemony. It is very shy in nature. The fragrance itself is very shy. It also has like an unusual kind of, DNA to it. So it's not a run by the mill kind of fragrance. And this is their obvious attempt at Kilian's Good Girl Gone Bad, the original, not the intense. I don't have a side-by-side comparison to compare this with. All I can speak of is what what it interprets to me and what I feel of it. It is very soft, and it has a synthetic nature to it from start to finish. Wherein sometimes we spray fragrances and we say, oh, it has a synthetic opening. This one has a synthetic cedar that it is just wrapped in a synthetic kind of cedar, and that is what you're going to wear all through. So the composition in itself feels synthetic, and that is what I can say about Kismet for women. Onto the comparison. Let me say first off, these two layer well together. And I will say these two are unisex, because the florals in here in Kismet for women are such that a man can wear this without necessarily carrying around a femme fatale floral scent. The florals here, the tuberose, the jasmine, and that narcissus are overshadowed by something that feels lemony there, and that lemony nature to it kind of leans in a direction that a man can pull it off. This again, I did say that it does have that quality, the unisex quality of it. Would I say I love one in place of the other? No, I think I love them the same. Both presentations are very subtle, and I'm not talking about the bottles. I'm not talking about the bottles. I'm talking about the juice. The juices in both are very tamed, very careful. Nothing pushes to the limit. So that is what I get from both these fragrances. They are not similar in any shape or form. So I wouldn't say this is the feminine interpretation of this. No, if you love soft florals, very soft, shy florals with that soapy nature to them, slightly citrusy, then this is going to do it for you. And if you love like a slightly aquatic, almost fruity, but like a cucumberish there, like there's a plum there, then this is going to do it for you. But generally, I would say I am so happy to have edited this one because I've been looking for this one for a while. So I'm very happy that I managed to get my hands on Kismet for women, and I love them both. So yeah, guys, that is what I had for you in case you wanted to know which one is best for you. And another thing is, it wouldn't be redundant to own both. It's not like these fragrances they share anything in common. No. So having this, if you're a collector like myself, doesn't mean you shouldn't have this. So all I'm saying is this is not a continuation of the other. It's just two different fragrances packaged in a bottle that looks the same with the same name, except that one says for men and one says for women. Lasting power, unfortunately, they're not the greatest out there. I get about 4 hours, 5 maybe, pushing it. I literally have to douse myself in them, but for the price, I'm not complaining. And they are great as skin scents as well. Projection, not so much as well, because the scent profile itself, the DNA of both is very subtle. Slightly sweet on both, a bit sour on the Kismet for women, but slightly sweet on the Kismet for men. That's what I had for you guys. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these two fragrances. Are they fragrances that you would like to purchase? Just tell me what you think in the comment section. Like this video if you like it, guys, and remember to turn on post notifications. That way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.